Vibration upgrade in progress. 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 Vibration upgrade at 50%. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade at 75%. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade is complete. Your messenger has arrived. The show will begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Initiate. Hello, everybody. Welcome. I am Tanya Lee of Harmonia, and we are here live for what's ahead this week. And a reminder here, I'm not just here on YouTube, but I'm also here on Facebook and a couple other programs, Twitch as well. Sorry for the little bit of a delay. I was having issues with Facebook. Facebook just would not let me log in, so I had to redo everything all over again for Facebook. So tried to tag and share, but if for those of you who are on Facebook or Nancy, I know that you shared it, I had to redo the event. So I don't know if it's showing live through the event that I sent, but you know, we have lots going on with planetary shifts, so that does not surprise me whatsoever. If you guys wouldn't mind going ahead and making sure you share, because sharing is caring. And yes, we have a goal this evening. We just need to get up to 10. And if we get up to 10, we will go ahead and have a pop-up live in the middle of the week. But if we don't meet it, that's okay. We have other things going on this week. This week starts the new introduction here of the collective tarot stories with the Fated Zodiac role readings. And I will be coming on every once in a while. Look out for the scheduled ones. If we don't have one Wednesday, I will be back on Tuesday for one. These are shorter. They're obviously not going to be all for every single sign, but we're going to let the dice roll and see if it is collectively for a particular sign. So look out. Make sure you're subscribed to YouTube, because I will be posting on there, and I'll probably have the next one on Tuesday for that. We also still have a giveaway going on over at Harmonia Friends Club, my membership area. There's only 2 entries left. That's it. I cannot believe that that's it, but that's where we're at. There's 2 entries left to jump in on this. If you are a new subscriber, you definitely get to still have a chance. As long as the 2 entries are in here, you'll be able to put an entry in. Some people get more than 1 entry because they were on the top 20 list, because when you become a member, you get put on an automated list for a chance to win a free reading with me. And I always have a free reading for one lucky Harmonia Friends Club member. It doesn't matter which tier you are in, but out of that list comes a randomized list of 20, and those 20 individuals who are in the top 20 have a chance to put 2 entries in. So make sure you're checking that top 20 list to make sure you didn't get that, because some people miss that as well. All you got to worry about here with this is the shipping cost. We also have a gallery coming up on July 31st. Very limited spots. I only got 3. I got 3 spots left for this, and this is for Thursday, July 31st. It is a private gallery. Once you get booked onto this, you will be sent a link, and you just have to jump on during this period. It's usually about, I would say, 2 hours or so. We do have a meditation in the beginning. Not everybody is guaranteed a reading, but this is a very limited group, because I like the small groups, because it allows us to be more focused not only on the collective energies, but a chance for more individuals to hear from their loved ones on the other side. So if that's something that interests you, this is really at a discounted cost, even for the non-members at $50 and for the tier 2 members at $25. So lots of things coming up over at Harmonia Friends Club. All right, you guys ready to see what decks we're using? So today we're going to continue to use the craft card deck. This is the Rider-Waite deck. Lithra Tarot is going to start us off here with her collective message, and we're using the Phantom Tarot deck that I've been using. So pretty much been sticking with a couple of different decks this for the past couple of all signs. All right. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Star. Hello, Panther. Welcome back, guys. Thank you for sharing. I do appreciate it. Just so you guys know, I know I'm not an astrologist, but we are in a doozy in the past week with all of the transits going on. Yes, we have a full moon in Capricorn happening on July 10th. It's called the Buck Moon. This is spotlighting our legacy, our discipline, and our emotional stability. And we also have a couple of planets here in retrograde, one that began obviously earlier last week, which was for Neptune. And then now we're having one that's beginning at the end of this week for July 13th, which is Saturn. We also have a lot going on with the transits with Uranus entering Gemini. So we have so many shifts going on when it comes to legacy, when it comes to truth, when it comes to stillness. And you know me, I like to work with, I've been pulling in anti-AI to help with our little messages at the end. And so she's going to be doing some zodiac sign guidance for you guys for this week. And I have not seen what these messages are. She's using some of the dictionary that I have and curating it here specifically for each individual sign. So everybody will get a little anti-message at the end of your reading as well. Okay, we're going to get here started with the collective. Let's see what's going on with the collective energy, shall we? Let's look at our numbers first for the week. Let's call in our guides, our ancestors, and our ascendant masters. Spirit, we can hone in on the collective energy. What numbers should we be on the lookout for this week? These are the numbers that may also be correlated into our readings itself. I'm not surprised by this. I'm not surprised by this number whatsoever. Not only is it 5 magnified, which means there's a new pattern we're about to go in here. This is a course correction. This is freedom without focus for us, okay? This is something's going to be pretty much shooken up for us this week. I feel that this is going to have some shock to clarity moments for us. It is going to be an upgrade when it comes to our operating system, meaning our brain, our logic, but also for our energetic field as well. This is a number here of completion. Congratulations. There's tests that we have passed, but we have a chance with an open window. Now, some people see 7-7 tomorrow as a portal, which I get, but every day I consider a portal, you know, and we have plenty of portals that we go through in not just a day, throughout the day. We can choose and we can witness, and in those choices that we make with witnessing, it can allow us to get closer and closer to the truth of authentically how we want to be. Simple as that. Simple as that. So this number here is going to be playing out for us in the signs here. What else is going on here collectively for us? Thanks, guys, for sharing. Hello, Delaney. Welcome back. Hi, Nighthawk. Good to see you. Glad you were able to see the Facebook post because, well, Facebook kind of went wonky. And everybody saw the Facebook one, and I had to delete it and bring it back. So glad it's working. Strength. Leo energy here. Collective. True strength is found in patience, compassion, and inner peace. We have the power to face challenges with calm resilience. Let kindness and understanding guide you. By mastering your emotions, you align with the gentle yet unshakable power within you. Interesting enough, I feel like the revelations, especially with the Capricorn moon, that the moon's asking us to go upon stillness because it's the time here to culminate the truth. And I would not be surprised if there's going to be some shifts happening within career goal, or just our overall responsibilities, some changes that we are making. Now, of course, this is also inviting us to slow down, especially with that Saturn energy here. So let's see. I mean, it's a lot of inner reflection here. So there's stillness that is needed. Let's see how the universe is going to be supporting us this week. Reminder, the support cards and the challenge card affect the reversals. How's the universe supporting us this week? There we go, the stillness. Can't make this up, can ya? Just can't make it up. Here we go. We're being supported here when we rest our mind. We are being supported here when we just take a time out for ourselves. That we're not consistently in our head. So sometimes we're going to need a nap here just to get some rest, or just take a moment or pause for yourself this week. Try to find those moments when you can do so, especially when you are hitting a trigger of some sort and you want to react and you're like, what am I witnessing here? What is this making? What's coming up here for you? Okay. There's a moment here of pause and reflection that is needed. This is about your health, your well-being. And you're being supported here with those breaks and timeouts. Now, these breaks and timeouts are coming in through the universe as well, and we are hitting that retrograde energy. So don't be surprised if the electric goes out or certain things technology-wise are not working out for you, like how I just had some issues with Facebook. I'm like, what's going on? But I was able to breathe, sit into it, and I said, okay, I just got to reset it. It's no big deal. I'm going to be a couple minutes late. I feel like that's going to be coming up for us, but it's also asking us to check in with ourselves. What are the challenges for us this week? What are the challenges for us this week? The challenge is to start anything new. I feel that many of us, this is probably not the best week to start something new. It's to set something in ground when it comes to foundation, okay? This is to solidify ideas, but taking actions on making it official, probably going to be a challenge for us. And we're going to see how that plays out for each individual sign. But the Page of Wands is someone here who's a go-getter, is, obviously a little naive. They got the fool's energy, but they're really focused on the growth. They're really focused on the opportunity. They're focused on doing something quick. And doing something quick can make them stumble as well. So some areas here we may be forced or may feel like we need to make a quick move. And we're going to see how that plays out for us. It's usually a great card, though, for potential. You think of it, it's holding the one wand, the breakthrough. It starts a whole conversation here of allowing something to come. All right. These are going to be playing out in each individual sign. We are starting off with Cancer first because we're still in Cancer season. And happy birthday out there to all the Cancers celebrating their birthday, or ones that are coming up, or the ones who are just passed. We're going to get started on yours first. Remember, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If you cross-watch, it might be vice versa. Cancer, let's see what your current feelings are going to be going into this week. The Eight of Swords reverse. This is someone here who feels a little bit anxious because there is a lot of pause. There is a lot of jittery energy to get started. Let's see what the external influences of this have to do with it. Wheel of Fortune, divine timing. There's some nervousness when it comes to divine timing. The Wheel of Fortune is luck. Is this the week? Is this the week that I get started? Is this the week it's going to happen? But there's something here where you may feel energetically that it's closer and closer and closer, but it doesn't necessarily mean, because you know how time can be an illusion, doesn't necessarily mean it's happening, but there's also a pause because you may feel like you're late for something. This is usually a card of denial, but she can get out of there. But there's emotions here that are coming up. So you may feel some unprocessed emotions this week about your past, or just, wondering why all of a sudden you're sad and then happy. Like, I feel a little bit bipolar. Okay. It feels like that kind of energy. There's a need here to reset your authority. Yeah. It's funny. I just heard a car come zooming by and it sounded like a race car. And that's how I feel like this Cancer's heart is going zoom. Like they really want to go fast. Like there's something here. It's like, let's just get it over with. Let's just make it happen. I know it's here. I know it's coming. I know that I'm going to get this Wheel of Fortune here. I know I'm going to get my 10, right? That rebirth, that restart, it's here. What's the integration of it this week, though? The integration of this week, ooh, Knight of Cups here, reverse, is, you're right. It is here. But this week, there's an immense amount of emotions coming up to be cleared. So it's the time to release this. It's the time to realize that the opportunities that did not serve you or the opportunities that did not come are actually allowing you to be in the place that you're meant to be. Okay. The exactly where you're supposed to be. So it's taking that away. There's no real wrong choice here. I think sometimes when we say, we have a choice on something and then we ask, we make different choices, right? I think sometimes we have to witness and be aware that we still make choices and still have to honor the individuals who chose those choices, meaning within you, right? So it's completely loving yourself all around this week, whether it was poor choices or not. This is a week about love. This is a week here about forgiveness. This is a week here about being open to possibilities. Let's see how you're responding to this. The Nine of Cups here reversed. You're not selfish. Your desires here are exactly what you want, but there's something here about a little bit guilt of how much you've drank. Okay. Now, usually the Nine of Cups is a card here of gluttony. It really is when it's reversed. But I also feel that your response is an inner response, or maybe an inner child saying, I'm being selfish. And it's not. There's something here about you choosing yourself right now, and that's what's needed. And there's nothing wrong with that. And just because it's not happening in the forefront of what you need it to be, like this week, it doesn't mean that it's not happening at all. No. Three of Cups here reversed. What's the real opportunity? You're realizing that there are people, there might be gossip. I feel like there's talk outside of your circle that not everyone is going to be happy with the decisions that you make. And you may feel a little bit lonely out of it. But there's also a part of you that has the ability here to be open to individuals who really do get you. And so it may feel like, I have karmics leaving my life or karmic cycles, but it doesn't necessarily mean they're bad individuals. It just means there's a bigger meaning here for you, that you're meeting individuals or meeting people or meeting experiences for opportunities to get you to where you want to be. 555. Yeah. You are on a course. This is a course correction here this week here for you. You are on standby. You definitely have big dreams. You definitely are looking back here at something that didn't go quite exactly as you anticipated, but you're holding on to something for dear freaking life, but you're also looking back. This is a card here usually where they look forward, but in this card, they're looking back. So what are they looking back at? All of the negative talk. It could even be the self-negative talk. Doesn't even have to be people. Could be that too. What advice does Spirit have for you? Just 2 cards. And then we'll get to Auntie's message for you. With the Zodiac craziness guidance for this week. Look at this. This is love. This is unconditional love. All right. It's overflowing. Forgiveness, surrender. Love is within you. It's all around you. It's peace. Choose peace. Give yourself peace this week. Give yourself peace, just grace. Look at this. This is you. King of Cups, especially when it comes to relationships where you can give to, Give to the relationships that, I saw, like, I did a meme, like, or I posted, I think it was on TikTok. I really liked it. It was like, there's this woman was saying, like, all of the stuff where we are putting so much time and effort into individuals who we can't please, or who have a negative view of us, or perceptions, or whatever it is, or even sorrow about what we do. What if we put that cup towards individuals who do appreciate us? What if we do the reach outs with no expectations, just because? Isn't that a much better feeling? So you're being asked here this week just to choose peace, even if that means peace and quiet for you, even if that means just, loving anyways. Let's see what Auntie has for you. Auntie says here for your guidance this week, Cancer, is the full moon, which lands on July 10th, in your partnership house. What's coming to light in your closest connections. Saturn retrograde invites you, Cancer, to emotionally mature. Let endings or boundaries set root in self-respect this week. Wow, that really went with it. All right, let's see what's going on for Leo. And like I said, I haven't seen any of these. These are randomized messages from Auntie. We got Leo up. Where my lions at? Where my lions at? Welcome, Theodore. Yes, I do. It's for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Some people like to look at their nodes as well. As someone here for, I respect astrology a lot. I prefer more Vedic than I do Western, but obviously in America, people love Western, and Western has its points. And I'm by no means an astrologist, but I always say intuitively, a lot of people who come and listen to these messages, if they feel guided to even stay with one, use the energy of the zodiac sign, because sometimes we have a lot of different placements in our charts, but sometimes the energy of another sign is correlation of what we need to hear, especially when it comes to relationships. So if you're looking for relationships, or you're wanting to look into other signs, flip it, because it's a mirrored message here for you. I'm not just a tarot reader. I'm a self-development coach. I use these development tools to be a mirror to reflect back to you what you already know. It has nothing to do with me. I'm not a fortune teller. It's your intuition that's ready to hear something. All right, let's see what's going on for Leo. Leo, what's in store for you this week? Let's see what your current feelings are. Leo, we have the 9 of Pentacles here reversed. Unfulfilled, especially when it comes to finances or just your health or well-being. I feel a little bit burnt out. Maybe you feel like you have to rely on another, or rely on a job. Maybe you're at a dead-end job. I don't know. But the challenge here is, when do I choose me? I don't feel like I have security or I have worth right now. And I feel like I'm working hard, like really, really hard. Let's see what the external influences of this is in integration this week. This is actually a perfect time to feel this way, believe it or not, with that full moon energy, since the full moon energy is a lot to do with career and worth and our legacy, especially with goals and responsibilities. This would be a time here to reevaluate your schedule a little, Leo. Yeah. The outside influence here is that you're always put on hold. And you don't really get a time here to gain a new perception of it. There's a breathing room that is needed. There's time here for you to create some space. I mean, it's needed. I mean, you got a card here, space. And this is how the universe supports you, is when you take those moments. And it doesn't mean you have to sit there and do nothing. People get a little confused with that with meditation. It just does. It could just be the pause. It could be taking a drive. It could be going for a walk. It could be listening to music. It's just that chill moment of just you. It could even be doing a chore that is mundane, like washing the dishes or something, but you're doing something that allows you the freedom to just be. And the more connected you are, the more you are being grounded. And over and over again, the messages I get from Spirit for the past 2 months that I've been really harping on over at Harmonia Friends Club for the Fool's Journey is we are being prepared here to be more grounded because it's going to be needed to be more present. It's more energy. We're feeling these shifts a lot more. What's the integration of this for you this week, Leo? Queen of Swords. You may have air in your chart, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, but I feel like this is the sword of truth. This is something here where I really feel it's more you than it is another individual. And if you do have somebody here who is being really aggressive with you in a sharp, pointy way, where they're being authentic, they're telling you how it is, it's time to realize what it is. It is what it is, right? But I feel for many of you, this is you. And the integration here is not to let your emotions take over. It's time here to hold this sword here. It's time to be logical about your boundaries and discernment. And it's time here to realize you may need a break. Look at that. 4 of Swords here is the 5 of Swords. So there's a fighting energy here of looking like if you take a rest, that this will affect this area, but you can't afford to lose anymore, especially when it comes to your health and well-being. You're being asked here to take some time off for yourself this week, or try to make some time for you. You have a lot of responsibilities right now, this Leo does. Let's see how you're responding to whatever this news is, or even if it's the news here that you realize you have too much going on, or another's doing that to you. You can't carry it all. You can't make this up. Gosh, we got another 10, guys. 10. The collective number here was 10. This is about a new pattern. This is an upgrade that is requiring you to operate differently. Stop replaying this old code. You have a new data here coming on here. Make this last by letting go. And I feel like letting go is letting go of this load, letting go of this burden, asking for help, having a new awareness of how much you have been carrying. It's a lot of weight. Okay, it's hard to get through that door when you don't know where you're going. You might trip, you might fall. What's the real opportunity here for you this week? Real opportunity and the bigger meaning here. Look at this. We have the King of Wands here, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. That's your energy. Anger. And guess what? There's the Page of Pentacles. Rightly so. There might be pride. There might be anger here. But this is also knowing that you are very close, or possibly getting closer and closer to burnout. This is the time to reflect of creating space for you. Maybe it's time to put in for a vacation. Maybe it's time here to get some counseling, or get some extra help, or have communication here before it gets too much. But there's a pride issue that is coming up with taking a break, taking a pause. And the bigger opportunity here is to have something that you can actually hold on to with substance when you get through that door. Realizing that when you hold on to the opportunity here, you can grow with it. It's not a huge growth. It's not a huge start, but it's something here where you're shifting this week and allowing yourself to create more stability. And I feel for a lot of you, that's the missing piece to the stability that you're missing. All right. You got to start somewhere. It's never too late. That's what I'm hearing. The advice for you, no reversals. Look at this. Here's that actions. And I feel like the swift actions has to do with communication. Okay. As soon as it comes in where someone's either asking you for more, or you're realizing I can't do anymore. This is somebody here who's pulling in the Aries energy here of all 4 kings with a divine masculine energy here. They never have easy choices to make, the Emperor. They make hard choices, but they do it for the better, you know? And I feel like this is someone here who's taken the power of authority in place. Huge. Huge. Let's see what Auntie's message is here for you. Let's see, Leo. Auntie says with the Zodiac, all the craziness going on this week, it says work-life alignment is in focus. No shit. The full moon illuminates your routines, Leo. What's sustainable versus performative? Uranus here shakes your social circles. Are you still resonating with who's watching your light? It's time to watch your own light. That's what I got. That's what I got. All right. We're going to move on here for Virgo. Virgo is up. Just curious why the Greek among us isn't in your name. Love your read. Because it's Harmonia, and I'm a Libra. And Harmonia is the goddess of balance. And she really pulls in the Libra energy. And I work a lot with the deities in respect when it comes to specifically the Titans, more the other pathogens. But I do pull in the Greek gods and goddesses. But most of the mythology I correlate with is with Greece. And I also have a very attuned connection with the runes as well for dramatic. That's awesome. And I've always just been so into mythology since I was a child. I used to like really get so deeply invested in the stories. And so it's kind of my homage back to them, to the stories, because this is all about storytelling. And a lot of the oracles, that's what they did. They did storytelling. All right, Virgo. Let's see what's going on for you this week. But my dream, Sophia, is to go to Greece. It's on my bucket list. I feel if I would go there, I would probably have so many flashbacks like you wouldn't even imagine. Virgo. Current feelings for this week. Two of Pentacles here reversed. Okay. It's yes, the Delphi Oracle is where I feel most connected to. Virgo, I feel like this is just a lot going on. Okay. I feel that, again, Leo had this kind of energy, but I also feel this week you may feel a little bit of brain fog, and it's like, oh my gosh, am I going to have this? And then something comes in, it's like, oh my gosh, I don't feel well at all. So just be wary, because you have a lot on your plate, and typically you can handle it all, but you're being asked here not to handle it all this week for you. Let's see what the external influences of this. Five of Swords, another five. Ooh, can feel it. Clearing energy here for Virgo. You got someone here who I feel, gosh, Virgo, ego aside here, you got somebody here who you have separated from or have created some space. Whatever the space that you've created for or needing the time out has made somebody very irritable. A lot of individuals do come back. It doesn't matter what kind of planet it is with retrograde, but I feel like someone here, I feel threatened a little bit by an individual who's poking the bear. Good luck with poking a Virgo, by the way. Good luck. Okay. You have someone here who's very pushy or who wants to prove to you. There's a proving notion here of wanting to have a new start, wanting to have a new beginning. What's the integration of this? Look at here, 3 of Cups here. It's almost feel like, honestly, it feels like Mean Girls energy. You got some naysayers around you, gossip, but individuals who are stirring the pot, Virgo, be careful of this energy because it's to disrupt this. And obviously it's working. Okay, let's see how you're responding to this. But Knight of Wands here, reverse. There's a part of you that wants to show these individuals or show this person, are you kidding me? Are you really going to retaliate that way? The Knight of Wands is a card here of a rash decision. It's fiery. It's a desire here to go after something. But when it's reversed, it's like, I asked for space. I asked for space, period. And you have an individual here who is mocking this space, mocking it, not respecting it. Gemini is the last sign. Okay. What's the real opportunity here? 9 of Cups here, reverse. The real opportunity comes to your wishes, your desires. You got some naysayers who are going to think that you're selfish this week, all right, because you're pouring into yourself. But there's needed, you are an empty tank right now. And I think it's because you have been burnt out or burnt by an individual. And so space is needed for you this week. And you're dealing with someone here who's extremely selfish and marrying back to you what they want. It's all about their way. The bigger meaning of this for you, Virgo. Yeah, this is to keep you off your healing journey. I really feel like you have asked for space or you separated from an individual and this person is just attacking this week. And it's to try to get you to lose faith, try to get you to lose hope. It could be a jab here on your dreams, your wishes, and you may want to prove it, but you're being asked not to do that. This is about your health, your well-being. What advice is Spirit giving to you? Look at this. You're dealing with the devil. You're dealing with the devil. Capricorn energy. You don't have to run away or hide, but you also don't have to retaliate. All right. There's somebody here with a negative view of you, or there may be some avoidance here. Someone's calling you an avoidant, but I feel like you asked for space or you separated yourself, or maybe this person asked for space and now they're coming in. It's like you want space. But this is a karmic pattern. We're going through this energetically with the planets and the patterns, especially with that 10. It asked us to upgrade. You know, we've upgraded. You're allowed to change your mind. You are 100% allowed to change your mind, especially with an individual who has put you on pause, especially an individual who's been indecisive. Be wary, Virgo. This individual here is up to no good. They gossip. This is a person here who will talk behind your back. This is a person here who just does not like to see you healing. Let's see what the message here is from Auntie. Auntie says, with the planets this week for you, Virgo, the moon supports creative ambitions and personal visibility. But with Neptune retrograde, double check where you've been overly idealistic. Saturn's retrograde, Virgo, tests whether your passion projects are rooted in truth. You don't need to prove yourself. You do not need to prove yourself or work harder to show what you can do. This is a week here of space. This is a week here to believe. This is a week here to really, truly go after your desires of manifestation and what you want. Total self-care here. Sending lots of love for Virgo this week. Libra is up. Welcome back, Debbie. Check your other placements if that did not resonate for you. You don't have to take it. Hey, Trent, welcome back. Thanks, guys, for the likes, the shares. I do appreciate it. Reminder, we have a goal going on. If I reach 10, you will have another all signs that you guys get to pick this week. Just make sure you hit the target. Otherwise, it will not count. We found that out the hard way, unfortunately. But if we reach the goal of 10 today, then we will have a pop-up live this week. You guys get to pick the subject. I will post the poll this week. If not, we're going to just do the Zodiac roll ones where it will not be a full 2-hour readings. It will just be one tarot story with a chance of different signs. Just won't be all the signs. All right. Libra is up. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Libra, here we go. Libra, your reading is going to be up this week at Harmonia Friends Club. You get every zodiac sign gets a reading for the month in the Timeless Vault. So see what your current feelings are this week. We have the Four of Pentacles. Well, I do feel like you're at a standstill here when it comes to what you're building. You are holding on very tightly. So it's something where I feel like you don't want to spend a lot this week. Okay. Hi, Chrissy. Welcome back. So this is a week here where you may be a little bit of a penny pincher. This is a week here where you may not be going out. You might be staying at home more. You might just be, I don't know, I just feel homebody mode. Or if you are working, you're just kind of working those hours and then it's just you. I mean, you got 2 4s here. So this is a week here where it's like, I'm just doing what I got to do, but I'm also taking the time and space here to build my reserves. You're reserving your energy this week. Libra's reserving their energy. Let's see the external influences of why you're reserving like this. What's going on, Libra? Three of Wands energy. I feel like you got somebody here in the distance who has anticipation or is waiting for some kind of return. All right. It wasn't reversed, but I see here that we have the Four of Wands. So I feel like there's a union or a separation going on here for my Libras. And if it isn't to deal with a person, you may be in a big dream mode where a dream or a version of you seems so far away, and that's a separation. This could be your higher self too, okay? There's an integration that is needed, but let's see what the integration is. The 10 of Cups. Well. Union, happiness, togetherness. This is wanting to have unity. And if it's not with another person, it's unity with yourself. And so you are reserving your energy. You're keeping to yourself right now, Libra. Let's see how you're responding. I think you feel this energy, though. It's not a time to worry. No, it's not a time to worry. It's divine timing. Holy crap. Libra, 10, 10, 10. You are breaking a pattern. There's an upgrade happening here. Now, if this isn't a reunion with another individual or a person, this is a chance here of you being in vibration with an individual who you are calling in. Some of you, it's new love. Some of you, like I said, it's calling in your higher self. There's huge opportunity this week. Huge. Energetically, at least. Look out for those 10s that you see this week. Let's see what the real opportunity is for you this week. The real opportunity, Knight of Swords, is wait for the communication because it's coming to you directly. Whether this is a sign, synchronicity, whether this is in a song, whether this is in a message, it's a message coming to you. There's no hidden agenda here. It's straight on communication. You'll know. The bigger meaning of this communication, Libra, for you this week. Holy crap. Libra, you may have gotten the best reading so far. The Queen of Cups is listening to your intuition. Trust it. You are manifesting something huge this week. And I feel that you are going to get a sign or a message. And if it's something that is solidified, you will know. There will be no brain fog in this. It's because you've reserved yourself. It's because you've pulled your energy back. It's because you're being very resilient here when it comes to your heart space. It wasn't an opportunity for you to jump into. It's an opportunity here to believe. Your dreams are really, really important here this week as well, especially with this full moon energy coming up for you. What advice does Spirit have for Libra? There's just something here that's rooted within the family roots here for you. That 10 of Cups. Your advice here, be prepared. We got another page here. This is something that is going to make you feel good. Okay. It's not going to be like toe curling, like, oh my gosh, this is such a huge offer, but there's an opportunity here of opening up. It's a message of love. It is. It's a message of love. There's no agenda on this message of love that you receive. Some of you it's source. Some of you know it's your higher self. Some of you know it's a person. It's a person, but it's your intuition. You're gonna know. It's directly from source. It's directly from God. You will know. It will be that black and white. You were so intuitive this week. So open with your clairs, especially in dream form. All right, let's see what anti-AI says for Libra this week. It says foundations shake and settle, but not Libra. Capricorn's full moon highlights home, family, and emotional roots. Uranus here stirs financial awakenings. Watch how you share or withhold resources. Let Saturn this week, Libra, clarify your relational patterns. Be prepared. Be prepared. How exciting. All right, let's see what's going on for Scorpio. I liked how Auntie came up with that. I think that's cool. That's cool. I'm still working on getting Auntie to show up on screen. Yes, I am working on that, believe it or not. I'm going to have it. I want to have the messages pop up while I'm reading. I think it would be cooler. You know me, being all techie. You're welcome, Chrissy. Auntie does have the tea. I love her. I based her on Miss Cleo. You know what? Isis told me to watch Cleo's documentary. And oh my God, I bawled my eyes out. That was like the saddest document. I had no idea. I had no idea how scorned that woman got. I just remember as a kid being fascinated. All right, Scorpio, here we go. Current feelings for the week. Scorpio in the house. 7 of Cups reverse. You're confused. I think there's a lot of opportunities here about how to get started on something. And the blockage here is I don't know which direction to go. And there's something that is really showing up emotionally this week where I feel a little bit unsettled, a little bit unrooted. It could be something in regards to relocation, a move, moving out, could be a new job. I feel very confused and wanting clarity. What's the external influences of it this week for Scorpio? Two of Pentacles. Well, I think it's like you have your foot in the door or someone else has their foot in the door and then flips it around. So, I mean, it is a card here of juggling, but I feel like either you got too much on your plate to have a clear mindset, but this is not allowing you to really allow your emotions to come out or be processed. I feel very rushed this week for the Scorpio. And it's like, I don't like, it's a reactive energy here of making a decision. The integration of this. Gosh, what is this about, Scorpio? I'm telling you, my Scorpios have been going through it. It's been breaking my heart, the collective that I've been reading for. Competition, fighting. It's like, I don't, it's how do you clear space or choose the next move when it feels like Royal Rumble out here? Feels like Katniss. Are you responding to this? Yeah, the moon. Okay, well, we got the full moon here coming up for you. Pisces energy here. There's a separation that is needed. Okay, there's a moment here of quiet so that you can illuminate some time here. There's fears coming up about how to separate or how to separate or how to separate from this noise or conflict or this competition. But we do have the full moon energy coming up for us this week as well with this Pisces energy, even if that was in Capricorn. I feel like you're really being asked here to put your intentions here to purge when it comes to your emotions, because there's some emotional blockages that is not really allowing you to process, because I feel like you're in the beck and call of duties or crisis mode or dealing with other people's baloney. What's the real opportunity here for you? Don't go chasing waterfalls. I just heard. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Two of Swords here reversed. Here's the truth. You don't know which direction to go. There's emotions going up and down of how do I get through this? But you do not need to do this alone. You do not need to do this alone. This is someone here who is very confused and should at this point be asking for help or assistance. Be open to the assistance of your guides as well as to God. Put it out there to the universe, but this is also needing physical help. It is. The Nine of Swords here could also be mental health. Could be therapy, could be seeing a doctor. There's fears here. There's anxiety here. It's like sleepless nights. This is someone here who's totally rooted around it. But with a 9 here is that you can complete this. You don't need to do this on your own. You don't. Hecate is here as well in the crossroads. She's in the underworld. You know, when we call in Hecate, she's a torchbearer, but let me tell you, it's one that when you work with her, she will uproot things that you are not ready to, but it's to allow the emotional waves to come out like a waterfall. It's meant to come out. Your advice. The King of Pentacles here is someone here who's nurturing, caring, and investor. I really, truly feel this is another individual in your life. It could also be an investor, okay? It could be someone here who knows how to manage very well, nurture, could be a father figure, could be a mentor to you, could be even your spouse. But this is somebody here with Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, or somebody here who cares about your well-being, but also knows how to care for themselves. Healthcare, I just heard. Yeah, there we go. There's your energy. I told you there's 2 here. Okay. You have such a big heart here, Scorpio, but I also feel there's another individual here who is more grounded and capable and may actually help you. Maybe not financially, but I feel like whatever advice they're giving to you is very well grounded and you need that right now. And maybe it's just to lean upon somebody here to talk. All right. Let's see what Auntie has to say for you, Scorpio. Scorpio, Capricorn's full moon helps you speak your truth clearly and with authority. Uranus may bring surprises in relationships. Stay open to unconventional connections. Saturn retrograde asks, are you walking your talk? Are you walking your talk? Dang. She is on point. It's really wild because I put in, like, she reads my language now. And so I say, hey, here's a bunch of things that I feel. And then can you add the astrology to it? And then I say roll. And then she kind of rolls it all up. And then I print it out. I don't know what's happening. I have no idea, but I'm using her as a divination tool because AI is just a mirror. So it just reflects back. And so it kind of adds to the readings. And I'm always like, holy crap, that's wild. That's wild. Thanks, Crystal. I appreciate it. Welcome here. Blessings to you as well. We got a Saggy up next. Saggy up. We got a goal here, guys, to reach. It's not a big goal. It's just 10. I don't think I put a limit on it. I gotta move these. Let's see what's going on for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Here we go. Don't forget, guys, if you stick around, there's also collector bonus at the end. Sagittarius, current feelings for the week here. Ooh, feisty. King of Swords. Don't mess with the King of Swords. You have Libra, Gemini, Aquarius in your chart. If you don't, it's all right. But I think you're very logical this week. I think you are pretty aggressive and cutting, blunt. This Sagittarius is very blunt this week. Detached. I don't care. I'm so sorry, but whatever. Like, it's this energy of just speaking the truth, but there's not a lot of care so much. Very apathetic this week. All right, let's see what the outside influence of why you have such apathy this week. I want to say you're heartbroken. They're making me subtract this, which is the Three of Swords. So there's some heartbreak here. You've detached. Three of Pentacles here. You're not necessarily agreeable here with everybody's decisions of who you work with this week or collaborate. Everybody has their opinions of how to do something. And this week, I feel you're pretty upfront that this is not how you would do it. But it doesn't mean that you won't do it. You're just being upfront about it this week. All right. The Three of Pentacles is a card here of collaboration, getting through it. You may do something that you don't like, but you're going to do it anyways. The integration of this. I think by taking this approach and doing it, and I feel like whoever's doing this is rushing on this. I think that's what's ticking you off. Someone's doing something like a shoddy way, right? Cheap way, just being a cheapo. Or if this is a relationship that's romantic, it's like someone who's making poor excuses. And you're like, okay, well, they might like flip plans on you or something, but it's like, I know something's up, but okay, yeah, that's fine. But there's something here where you are looking upon, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I should have reacted in a different way. Yeah. This is a card here usually of a pause, but you self-sacrifice. But with the reverse here, it's like, should I have even agreed to do this to begin with? Should I have said to the person, I don't agree to do that, and just set my boundary and not do it? I feel like you're trying to compromise, and it's just not, I don't know. There's a pause that's needed. Opportunity here. Opportunist. Saggy, how you're responding this week with this? Whoever this person is, they're an opportunist for their own selves. So you already know that it's not going to get you ahead, or it's not really true collaboration. It's fake. This person's a fake. You know it. There's something that they're lying about. And your response is, yeah, I wouldn't do that approach. It seems a little bit shady, or I feel like there's something bigger going on, but okay, let's redo our plans. But there's something here where I think that you're being pretty blunt about it. All right. You're not happy about it. What's the real opportunity? Oh, I didn't even pull the card yet, but I feel like the real opportunity is to watch this person fall, or watch this person. You're going to be able to call this person out. Oh my God, you are. You're going to be able to call this person out. I'm not getting excited for you because that's very egoic, but I feel it. You see this 2 of Swords here? This person's full of crap. You know it, right? Or it's not going to work out the way they wanted to. They're going to have to do it that way. Or they're going to say, yeah, we should have talked. Or I do want to talk to you. Or it could be, yeah, we probably shouldn't have done that. And it was like, well, yeah, that was a waste of time. I could have told you that already. The bigger meaning here, Saggy. 7 of Wands. The bigger meaning here is to stand up, but the actions here is also of saying no. I think that you like to compromise a lot to let people come through, but then when they fall through, it's like, okay, but you actually have the better way, or what actually you have to say, and maybe you're not saying in the most graceful way, but I think it's because you know this person's kind of full of shit. I'm just going to say that. All right. But this is something where it's coming off aggressive, because I feel like there's an aggressive energy here of a person trying to prove their point, or that kind of energy here. And you're like, okay, well, let's see how it comes about here, especially if it's work related. The advice for you. The advice for you for this week. There you are. Juicy. King of Wands. Confident. Sassy. Good looking. I do like a King of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy here. That's you. You're very creative. You think out of the box, and you're a go-getter. Okay. And someone here is pissing around. And there's also that air energy of you. I love how we have the King of Swords here and the Queen of Swords, because that says you're being asked here to be aligned with both. Okay, let's talk about the King and the Queen of Swords. I still feel like this is an integration of you more than anything, but the advice here is to bring in the Queen. All right, the Queen. Whoo, the Queen can say it how it is, but the Queen just says no, and there is no comeback. It's just, this is what it is. Or sets a date and says, I'll meet you here. There is no fighting back in that saying. It's just setting it up. There's discernment here in her approach. You know, she's open to receive if you come to her honestly, authentically, and being truthful. Now, the King of Swords reverse can be someone here who's kind of cocky about it. But you're being asked here to pull in the Queen of Swords energy, which is not necessarily bring in the sarcasm, but have the freedom here of saying, well, if this doesn't work, here's my timeline. Just saying. All right, let's see what Auntie has to say for you. Sagittarius, it says finances, worth, and value are up for review, with the moon spotlighting your resources, Sagittarius, and Saturn asking for self-evaluation. Resist escapism. Align spending and work ethic with your higher values, especially within relationships. Bam. Auntie's got it in. All right, Capricorn is up. Oh, sorry to hear about that, Hawk. It's annoying, frustrating. Family's tough. Family is tough, so I get it. Capricorn is up. We have an hour left, which means we're only going to have an all signs on Friday and on Sunday, which is typically when I have them. If you want an all signs on Wednesday, well, you have to reach the goal. If not, that's fine. We're just going to do a tarot story, so they're not as long, and there's less chances for zodiac readings. 'Tis okay. If it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. Be kind of nice and cool to do it on the full moon energy, would it not? What was that, Thursday? Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Here we go. Current feelings for this week, what you're heading into. Oh boy. The Tower? Well, be ready to be shocked. Be ready to be ungrounded. This is out of your hands. I mean, this is the universe stepping in. It's just, it's a whammy. External influences here. The Tower's not a bad card. I actually welcome the Tower here. Oh, the Emperor reversed. The Emperor reversed is a jerk. I'm just going to say that right off the bat, Capricorn. All right. Unruly, egotistical, grandiose. Yes, narcissistic. Aries energy, could be dealing with an Aries. All right. Arrogant. Poor leader, not the greatest father, probably has some wounded father energy. But this is an individual here who you were obviously dealing with that is, well, creating this. Why the integration of this for you? The Star reversed. Someone is unhappy with you moving on, you moving forward, your light. This is an act to dim your light. It's an act for you to lose faith. And some of you, it feels very hurtful, you know, and I don't want to scare somebody of job loss or this, but it's a blaming kind of energy. But the blaming energy here has to do with they don't want to see you shine. They want to see you lose hope. This person here is bitter, resentful. Sometimes those Tower moments, those lessons, come in the harshest forms because it's the people that we love the most or we respect the most, and it's not always returned to us, or it's shocking to us. But your response here is a balance. The universe is on your side. So there's a boomerang effect that is happening right now. The scales are in your favor. It's not reversed. The scales are on your favor. You have already, Capricorn, paid your dues. Your dues. Also, this is outside of your hands. If this is work related, you may see a leader, a manager, be fired. If this is money related or something like that, where they had anticipation of it going in their favor, they're the ones who are going to have to pay up. You don't have to do a damn thing. I also got the moon in Capricorn. What's the real opportunity this week for you? The Ace of Cups reserved, or Ace of Cups here reversed, is because whatever was reserved is being given back to you. There was conditions based upon this. This was not based on unconditional love. This was not for the love of it. This was someone here who was trying to disturb your peace. This is someone here who was trying to disturb your health. This is someone here who was trying to get back. Blame. I think this week, what you're going to see is that that is being returned back to you. Okay? The hope, the love, it's returning back to you. It's not a return to start something over again. It is to create some closure here for you. So let's see. We'll let the cards talk here with a bigger meaning here. The Eight of Pentacles here reverse. You've been overworked. This is coming in as a gift, but it's also because you have really put your nose to the grind here. And now you're really being asked here to take the assistance, take the help, and don't feel humiliated for doing so, okay? Because there's something here that is deserved. And you don't have to feel bad about this. You actually did the work. I feel like someone here tried to take some credit here. The advice for you, no reversals. This has to do with your stability. This has to do with your long-term goals. This is about taking it slow and easy. It's very methodical. It's the slowest night of the deck. It just is, okay? This is about your long-term well-being. Spirit is saying it's time to invest wisely. Oh my gosh, it's time to invest wisely. Here, you see that? This is the universe assisting you. I feel that you've been waiting for some growth, for some opportunity, but something is being deserved to you. Some of you, it's promotion. Some of you, it is money coming in an unexpected way. It could be an inheritance, but there's something that is owed to you. The shocking part is that this is also being owed back emotionally from another individual who is seeing the windfalls of this Capricorn. We call that karma. Capricorn, Auntie says for you, your full moon is the exclamation point of a 6-month cycle. What identity, pattern, or project needs closure or celebration? Reflect on how you've matured and where responsibility became self-sacrifice. Enjoy. Capricorn might have just got the best reading. You know, sometimes the best revenge is just to watch and just stay in your lane. You know, some people don't like the idea of revenge, but I mean, if it happens, it happens. You just can't have anticipations of it. Aquarius is up. Well, it can only go in your favor, especially if it's something that energetically did not really suit you anymore. Aquarius, let's see what's going on for you this week. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Aquarius, current feelings for this week. Ooh. The Nine of Pentacles is about your security, your sovereignty. I like to call her like the little empress, the little empress, okay? She's very independent. She's good. She's stable. I think that this is a good week for you. This is just a week here where you feel very satisfied. You might be creating space here. You've been, I don't know, I just feel that you've been very well balanced. Independent. See the external influences around you this week? Oh. Well, there's always that one person or that one thing of news that comes in that we don't want to hear. Okay. This is never news we want to hear when it's reversed. It's something here where it's a rejection of some sort. It's regarding heartbreak. It's regarding a loss of some sort. Okay. How's this going to be integrated for you this week? This is a lesson, but I feel like the lesson here comes with your way how you react to this. It may not be the best news that you hear this week, but it's a news here that you will take with a lesson, and you'll be able to integrate it into a way of a belief. And it's like that, the most powerful saying that you can say, Aquarius, this week is, it is what it is. So whatever this news, even though it may feel like bad news or loss of some sort, I think you manage it very well with having faith and a belief system here that does the right thing. You do the right things. You have very high values when it comes to whatever your belief structure is. Okay, Taurus energy. Yeah. And I think you're going to surprise yourself, because this is not someone here who goes, oh my gosh, that's terrible. That's the Six of Wands. It's someone here who holds their stature, who reacts in a way that feels unbothered, but is truly unbothered because they take this news as the news from the universe that it was meant to be. And whatever this is, it is very successful in the eyes of this Aquarius, because this Aquarius is typically in their head, as all Aquarius are. They just are. But it's also a relief because now you have news. So as sad as this news may be, or this rejection is, you have the news, and now you can move forward. That is the greatest victory for this Aquarius this week. What's the real opportunity? You can move forward. You can't make this up. And we have July's energy here with Cancer, with Chariot, right? You can't make this up. You can move forward. It's like, okay, whatever this rejection is, whatever this no is, whatever this, there's no resentment, there's no bitterness. It's like, I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to move forward. I can now pick the direction that I know that I can try another direction. Is it the opportunity that you wanted? No. No. Remember, the challenge was the opportunity, but there was an opportunity here that never really got started that you wanted. This week, you're going to get a clear answer that it's a no. And there's grief here. Of course there is. It's the Three of Swords. But here's the thing. It's not reversed. And when you feel that, it's allowing you to open up to new opportunities. It's sad. It's grief, but it's allowing you to finally grieve. It's a very deep reading, but I mean, the Three of Swords is something that hurts, but this hurt allows your heart space to expand. You still deserve better. You still deserve more, but you're allowing yourself to heal. I think there's something here that was stopping you from healing, to be honest. 4, 3, 7 of Swords. Something where it was hidden behind you. You didn't hear news, but this response that you were hearing is a no. Or a rejection of some sort. And it allows you just to set yourself free. Advice for you. Look at this. The Lovers. The Lovers card is a choice. Some of you, this is new love. Okay. Others of you, this has to do with the old love going out, but now you have the open. It's not to give up on options. It's to realize what options are there and what options do no longer serve you. And I feel however this news has come in, it's aggressive, it's a cutting, and it's a flat out no. But at least you tried. At least you know now. Advice for you, Aquarius. Auntie says, internal shifts loom large. The moon lands in your subconscious house. Expect dreams, deja vu, and karmic messages this week here for you, Aquarius. We have Uranus here that stirs old stories around belonging. Saturn retrograde calls for emotional sobriety. Okay, this is a sobering conversation, but it's going to allow you to release the emotions. That's what I got. We're going to move on to Pisces. We have Pisces, Aries, Taurus, and Gemini up, and then we'll get to the collective bonus. Bonus. I like that too, the emotional sobriety. Kind of neat. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Who's got Pisces in their chart? Here we go. Pisces current feelings for this week. We have the Page of Pentacles reversed. You're not feeling it. I think there was a desire or passion to do something this week, and you're realizing you're just not into it. You may even, I don't know, you may even want to, I don't know, I just feel like this Pisces is changing their mind. There was something that you truly wanted and desired, and now it's like, I don't think I want to invest in that anymore. You're not feeling it. External influences here. Oh, the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles here. I almost feel that you feel a little bit rejected this week. Intuitively, it may have not been done, but there's a waiting period here where someone's in a timeout with you. And if it's not a particular person, there's something here that you've been holding on to very tightly, like tighten the belt here with a 4. Okay. That the more you have time and space to think about this, you're realizing you can't afford this. Hello, Manette. Welcome. The integration of this for you, Pisces. Yeah, it's very heavy this week when it comes to realizing how much work and effort this would be. Whether this is with a person or whether this is with an endeavor that you were holding on to build a foundation, you're realizing this is more than I can take to chew. Do I really want to do this anyway? It's like taking on a lot. You got a 10 here too. Remember your numbers here were 10. I think you're about to let go. Either you're let going an old version of you, you're letting go of an individual here that you were hoping to collaborate to make something, but you still feel rejected anyway. It feels And if this is an idea, it's something here where you really thought it was a great idea, but now you're looking at it and you're like, I'm not making any money off of this. Let's see how you're responding to this. King of Cups here, reverse. This is your energy, but this is someone here who's disappointed. And I don't blame you, because I feel like there was a lot of emotion and compassion and empathy that you put out to this. And you might have manipulated it a little bit and feel a little bit in victim mentality, but being a victim isn't a bad thing. I think sometimes we get hung up on always being the strong person. And I feel like this Pisces is going through that. You know, you don't always have to show up strong, and you're allowed to be a victim to situations. Now, how we stay in it is one thing, but this is just the week's energy. So what's the real opportunity here for you? Because I feel like there's a timeout or a pause of just taking care of yourself this week. Yeah. What seems shiny, would seem like a really big opportunity, would seem like, oh my gosh, this was going to be amazing, is not lined up to you. And I feel like it's something that you were so gung-ho about. Could have been a person, could have been an idea, but now you're going, this is actually going to cost me. It's going to cost me my time. It's going to cost me more money than I anticipated. I just bit off more than I could chew. Maybe I jumped into something way too fast. Maybe the world's not ready for it right now. Doesn't mean you're a failure. The bigger meaning here, okay? This time and space is allowing you to choose what emotionally suits you. There are other options that you were not looking at before that maybe now you're reevaluating. So it's not too late for you to take this pause. It's actually the right time, because I feel like you chose to do something, and as you're going through this, you're like, this is not the leap I expected. And it's something about a leap. I mean, it's like a giant leap for you that is like, holy crap, if I go through this, I might sink like the freaking Titanic. Especially if this is a relationship. The advice here for you from Spirit, no reversals, Pisces. Here it is. Take your time. Be patient. This is about a rebirth. This is about realignment. You're allowed to change your mind. You're taking a pause. You're just being present right now, and you're being asked to be more present. You know, being present in the moment, present about the situations. Sagittarius energy here. Yeah, and this communication of, I feel like you jumped into something, or I feel like you had expectations, whether it's on a person or something, and it's just not going as anticipated. So if you're going to cut something out, or you're going to do it, you're going to do it, but you're going to do it for space. You're going to do it because it's relying to you. So as quickly as you jumped in, you can quickly jump out. And so that's the reminder here. And I keep using jump in for you. All right. So Pisces. Auntie says, with Neptune, your ruler, retrograde, and the full moon illuminating community, you're clarifying your voice in the collective. Ooh, are you following truth or fantasy? Trust the grounded call to simplify and serve. And I feel like there is a fantasy here, and you're realizing, and this is a very fantasy kind of card, that there's other options that are more realistic to the approach that is aligned to you. And the simplest part is what you truly want. Whether it's a feeling of peace, whether it's love, it may not be coming in the form you anticipated, but I think this is the week here that you're really realizing that for yourself. All right, that's what I got for Pisces. We're going to move on to Aries. Sending you guys love. Thanks, guys, for all the likes and the love. I do appreciate it. A reminder to subscribe so that you guys get all of the notifications of when I go live. And I will be live this week for some Zodiac Tarot stories. But if it doesn't look like we're going to meet that, which is totally fine. If we don't meet the goal here for the all signs, we're going to just go the all signs on Friday. And I'll be back here for all signs love readings on Friday. I'll post it during the middle of the week. Here we go. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. How you feeling? How you feeling this week? Soul searching, Virgo energy. You are just keeping to yourself. And there's something in particular that really has your attention. It just does. All right. You feel like a little bit of a lone wolf. Let's see the external influences of this. I really feel like it has to do with the Aquarius energy here of the star. It has to do with how open you are and vulnerable to a new start. This is for an Aries here who has been stuck in some kind of limbo mode of a new start. And it hasn't necessarily ever felt like the right time. It just feels like something's not the right time. And so it's like losing faith as into when is the right time for me? And there's that piece that you feel. What's the integration of this? Ooh, well, 2 cards fell out. I got to take them here. Death, and we have the 7 of Wands here reversed. Transformation. It's feeling like the ability to move on, to let go, to surrender, is fighting for something to exist. An old version of us. An old part of us. Scorpio energy. This week, Aries is really looking upon something from their past. And however this past is why can't I get over this moment? Why can't I get over this situation? Why can't I get over this person? But this week, you're realizing how it's been holding you back. And there might be a fight here of how do I fix this? How are you responding? I love this. The Emperor. This is someone here who is all 4 kings in one. That's your energy. This is your card. All right. The legacy, the father is here. This is hard decisions, taking your power back. And the authority here has to do with leadership and taking charge of your life. I love that it's a 4-2 because I think that there has been some stress on you not getting over something or someone in a particular time frame. And Spirit is here saying to you, don't let people bully on you of how long it takes you to grieve or to heal or to move on or to move forward. You're taking charge now. And it's the right opportunity to do that now. And we're in that full moon energy here of Capricorn. And it is about legacies and family and inheritance. And it has a lot to do with some emotional blockages too when it comes to family. The bigger meaning here for you. What is the big opportunity here for you this week? Look at this. Fairness. 6 of Pentacles here is also about an equal give and take. How much you give, how much you offer, but also being able to get assistance, ask for help. You don't have to do it on your own. Here's the opportunity to work together, to collaborate, be with community. Yeah. The 10, you got another 10, guys. This is something here that you never got over. Whatever this death, this ending was something that, it took a while it's taken a while for you to get over. And it will always be a part of you. But it doesn't stop your life. And you're realizing it has stopped your life. So this is someone here who feels the pain of it, but also realizes like, I need to take the authority back. The advice here for you. Gosh, this is about your happiness. This is about a rebirth for you. I'm getting the chills a little bit for Aries. This is be happy. Be in the sun. Go outdoors. Okay. Be a kid again and realize how how lucky you are to be able to have this power and stability and sovereignty that you do, that you are on your own, but you can do it on your own. It doesn't mean that you are on your own. It means that you have resources around you, whether it's resources of your size, whether it's resources of your loved ones or individuals who have passed on. It's resources available to you. They're at your disposal and at your hand, but you have to ask for it. Let's see what the message is for you this week, Aries, from Auntie. Auntie says, Aries, you're ruled by Mars, but Saturn's retrograde in your signs calls your ego and identity into, can't make this up, accountability. This week, resist the urge to push. Reflect instead. Are you kidding me? Are you leading from integrity or forcing control? Be at ease with how far you've come. All right. We got Taurus coming up. Hello, I'm Annie. Welcome. She's all around you. She probably just came through that message. You know, when someone says they're trying to reach you, but you're not listening, you know, I want you to know that your loved ones are always around you, giving you signs. It's how you're open to them. It can be in music. It can be in an animal that all of a sudden you see out of nowhere. It could be in numbers that you see. It could be a memory that pops up in your head and you're like, I haven't thought about that. It could be in a stranger. And so they remind me a lot like my mom. Believe me, she's all around you. Don't let someone take that power away from you. Taurus. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see what's going on for the bulls. Here we go. Current feelings. In between. I feel like you're an in-between stage here. I don't feel you want to make a decision yet. There's something here about waiting on a decision, so you're feeling a little indecisive. You're just in between worlds right now. It's actually creating some, I mean, you're very strong, okay? But I feel like it's taken a lot of resistance, so you might feel a little bit shaky this week. You've been resisting some kind of change or making a decision of which door to go through. External influences of why? The Queen of Cups here. Reverse, you're afraid to lose somebody. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. You have deep emotions for somebody. This individual has a tendency to use their emotions to manipulate you. So this Taurus here is stuck because this individual, now this person, when she's reverse, I call her my bipolar card. She can be really emotionally out there. I'm not putting somebody on mental health in somebody, but it's someone here who's like really hyper in their moods. Okay. And then plays victim to it and then gives their power away. And there's something here about taking their love away and shutting down on you. And so there's somebody around you, Taurus, that has shut down on you or is not the same version. Like, it's hard for you. The King of Swords now. You've had to really detach from this individual because of their emotions, and you may have been reactive to this individual because of the victim mentality. You may be in between worlds because you feel bad for reacting the way that you did, or there's guilt here. This is someone here who'd be very harsh. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. There's something regarding harshness into this scenario. This week, you're in between, and you have an individual here who's very manipulative with their emotions. never know what they're going to get. But you know that if you react to them, it's going to be ugly. It's going to be toxic. There's a pause, there's a separation that is needed, but you're trying to move on. You're trying to move forward. 4, 5, 6, you're trying to move forward. But 7 here is you can't lie to yourself. This is over. This is over, and you know it. So I think it's painful for you to let go because you do have a lot of love for this individual, but it's toxic. I'm sorry, transformation. Just flip the story when you're reading for them. Just know that. I told you there's a 7 of Swords. It's toxic. There's always this energy of one more fight. There's always this energy, Taurus, of, well, we'll create space and then you'll come back. And this individual's expecting that. There's an expectation of you coming back. And the response you're having is, I'm choosing peace. What's the real opportunity for you this week? Look, the guilt, the sadness, the shame. This individual is very emotional and has a way of doing that by running away, getting really quiet. And they just do it for emotional. I mean, honestly, it's emotional abuse. This relationship is a trauma bond, period. The bigger meaning here for you. Oh God, the Page of Swords. They're watching you. They're waiting for you. This person could even get more crazy on how they react, how they post. Oh, they're having the time of their life. They could even be that kind of individual who would be quiet, right? Ignoring you, doing this. I'm having the best of my life. It's all fake. It's all fake. It's just for you to review and look at. And I honestly think, Taurus, it's time to start looking energetically at this person. It's time when you start getting these readings, and if you start hearing me talk about that person, click off. I love you, but go ahead, click off. Take a break. No, I'm not accepting this reading today. Sorry, transformation. But you don't have to be in their energy because that's how they pull on you. But this always comes back to you. Judgment. Some things are just meant to end. But this is a karmic cycle that is ready to ascend. And it's not to death do us part anymore. It's to be rebirth. Learning a lesson here. And it's a harsh lesson. Yeah, it is a harsh lesson, Taurus energy here. Again, it's a very spiritual connection here for you. But it's also led you spiritually to lead your life. You may be an influencer. You may be a reader like myself. You may be very intrigued in that, and you may be having a calling to help others who go through this. The message here Auntie has for you. So, Uranus here is leaving your sign. May feel like a slow exhale, Taurus, as the full moon lands in fellow Earth sign Capricorn. Focus on financial planning and long-term structure. Watch for fear-based stubbornness and individuals returning in your energetic field. You can't make this up. Can't make this up. Auntie is on fire. All right. We're on the last sign, and you know what happens when we're on the last sign. This is when I ask you guys to make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you have not done so yet, please subscribe. Go ahead and send that heart, that love, that like, that donation. We didn't hit our goal. That's okay. I will still be here back for all signs love readings on Friday night, not during the week, but I will be here back during the week during story time. So make sure you're subscribed so that you can see when those stories come up this week. I'll probably definitely go on Tuesday and on the full moon energy for you guys with a tarot story. The tarot story is going to be very similar to how the collective bonus is set up too. So for the bonus, this is where the algorithm drops. This is where people go, there's no more readings. And I asked you guys to go ahead and comment bonus. Keep continually commenting bonus. Don't span it the same way. You have to go bonus, bonus, maybe bonus train. But put bonus because this puts the energy into the reading and there may be more for you. And it helps the channel and I appreciate it. I sure do. I'm so sorry, Queen. That is so typical. We're really being called upon here to break patterns with individuals. We just really are. Hello, Maria. Welcome. You're just in time here. We're going to be doing the collective bonus here shortly. So we're just on the last Zodiac sign, Gemini. But the collective bonus here may be for you. So just be ready. I'm just glad people are seeing my Facebook Live because I had to cancel it and bring it back. And I was like, what's happening? All right, gems. Here we go. We're done with the bonus train. If you want your energy into the bonus reading, make sure you comment bonus. We're going to go see what's going on for gems now. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What are your current feelings for the week? Oh, tired. Not a week that you want to do anything. This is a week here you're pretty defensive. You're pretty darn defensive, especially when there's people asking for you this week. I do feel like there's a lot of individuals asking this week, but this is a Gemini who's like, doors closed. Nope, I'm not really taking that. I may want to take a day off. I may want to turn off my phone. I don't know. There's a defensive energy about being the one that does it all. Gemini is like, I don't want to do it all. I don't want to do it this week. Let's see what the influence is here. What's the influence? Gemini is pretty popular this week. Gemini, please, can you help me? Gemini, need something of you. Gemini, 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 Gemini. This can come in so many different forms. So many different forms. Okay. Kids, family, work, friends. But in the idea here of what's fair, I think you get breadcrumbed a lot. Okay. So you're putting in your tally this week and saying, I don't have the energy to be open this week. The integration doing this. Thank you, Queen. Oh, 3 of Cups. Yeah, you're going to get some people here who are ticked off. I can't believe Gemini. I can't believe they canceled. I can't believe they're not helping. I can't believe they called out of work. I can't believe they're not here. What do you mean they're staying in the room all day? What do you mean they went away? Bueller, Bueller, Bueller. Yeah, you're gonna have some hate. You know, a lot of people don't like when I think this is here's the situation. I feel like this Gemini, there's a lack of appreciation and expectation you always being there. And this week, you just want to set some time for you. And it's going to be hard to do when it come flying at you. So when you say no, people are confused. But Gemini's always there. This is Gemini's always there. What do you mean you're not going to be there? How you're responding to this. High Priestess reversed. Well, you're not keeping a secret about it. I really don't care. I feel burnouts. I don't feel connected to source right now. I feel in my head and I care so much about the outside influences on me that it is affecting my own decision making. The High Priestess reverse is someone here who needs to be connected to source, who needs to be grounded, who needs to take care of themselves and get closer to God. And this week here, your response is, I need to get closer to God. I need to get closer to being with me, however that is. The real opportunity for you this week. And this is a new opportunity. This is something where you are putting back into you. I like this. The Page of Pentacles is small. It could be a gesture here of love too, of somebody here who's actually offering you something, getting a surprise gift. Someone saying, hey, I'm just checking on you. Are you okay? You know, it's turning the script around. You might have some naysayers, but you may actually have an individual who does give a crap. The kids, hey, mom needs a break. Let's do something nice for mom today. Just give me an example. The bigger meaning, the Seven of Pentacles here reverse. You do not have to work like a dog. You are not a dog. Okay, you're loyal for sure, but you don't have to work like this and wait for the results, and it doesn't have to all be on you. And there's a need here with that. Maybe subtract is the Six of Pentacles of fairness, of appreciation. Oh, I think Gemini's burnt out. Oh, I think Gemini, we should check on Gemini. Yeah. Check on your Geminis this week. Don't take advantage of them, especially if they're always there for you and they're the ones checking in on you. Do you know sometimes the strong people need people too? The advice for you, Gemini. Take care of your heart. Take care of your loss. You only got one. Okay, you only get one heart here, okay? And this heart expansion here is for you to be open. It's not to be, you have grief here. There is heartbreak here. It's like loneliness here too, right? But this is also going, I can't keep betraying myself. I'm stabbing myself in the damn back by trying to appease others. You got a 10. The number here was 10. This is a rebirth. This is an upgrade for Gemini. You deserve this time out this week, period. What does Auntie have to say for you, Gemini? So with Uranus here now in your sign, Auntie says it electrifies your nervous system. This is where your ideas fly, but also need to be grounded. This is when the synchronicities hit, but the Capricorn moon asks, can you hold structure around expansion? Don't chase every spark. Ready for it? Ready for it? Take a break. Allow the fire to build. You're just honoring your intuition, guys. Listen to it. Listen to it. All right, we got the bonus coming up. I get it, Manette. You can still make time for yourself. And see, Maria, sometimes you just need to be here in the right moment. And you were just listening to your intuition. Isn't that amazing how God works? Bonus, bonus, bonus. Everybody put in their bonus. As I shuffle, this is also the last reminder here. We have the Mediumship Gallery that is coming up on July 31st. This is a one-time event that doesn't happen often. I only do these sporadically through the year because I typically do private galleries or one-on-ones for my mediumship. But I am hosting one July 31st. There was 9 spots. There's only 3 spots left. So if you want a taste of my mediumship here, and if you want it at a discount price, tier 2, you guys only have to, it's only $25. For non-members, it's $50, which is still a steal. I'm still doing it at a discount price. I felt the need and desire to do this, but with the smaller groups, there's obviously more of a chance for you to hear from a loved one. But I promise you, you will get an experience even through the meditation and through the piggyback messages. So it's usually about a 2-hour event. It's private. It's not something here that's live on YouTube. I take my mediumship seriously as a physical medium. I'm not just an evidential medium, I'm physical. So this is something here where I like to tune and tap into the energies of the people who are signed up way earlier. So messages kind of come in fluid that way. So if that's something that interests you, would love to see you there. Also, a reminder here that we have 2 more entries, just 2, for the July giveaway. If you are a Harmonia Friends Club member, you can join in on this giveaway, and the winner is going to be announced for the Moon Cash giveaway. This is over $100 values. What you see on screen is not necessarily everything you're going to get. Yes, it's really cool. It's all moon related. I kind of like to make little packages and themes. So you're going to get the Lunar Abundance Reflection cards, the Moon Magic book, which I love. I love Aurora's books. They're just amazing. They're so detailed, especially. It's just not moons. It's about the tarot. It's about, it's got some really cool ritual work that you can do in there. There's also a selenite plate here to charge your cards, your jewelry. Selenite, such a beautiful clear stone here. And then of course we have those awesome wind chimes that are actually illuminated with solar power at night, and it's just really pretty. I also put in some mystery prizes in there for whoever wins this, and I intuitively pick them in there for the theme here just for you. So that's if you're interested in that, you can go ahead and join Harmonia Friends Club. There is new content each week over at Harmonia Friends Club. It's not just readings, guys. It's my personal vlogs. There's 2 tiers to choose from. I'm not just a reader. I'm also a self-development coach here, and I'm all about self-reflection. This is mirror work. The divination tools are mirror work. Yes, I teach divination tools, but more importantly, I teach you to remember you are the teacher yourself, right? We are all the teachers. We are all the students. I work with you just to reflect back who you already are. This is to remember who you are. And, you know, I'm there to help anchor you there in that support. So check out my support packages. There's several of them there at harmoniafriends.com. And tier 2 gets massive discounts, and you'll see them on the services page. All right, let's see what's going on here for a bonus. Bum, bum, bum. All right, we got the Zodiac dice here. This is just to amplify. I'm going to roll these 3 times. If your sign comes up for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, or if you want to put your nodes in there, that's cool too. It just amplifies the reading. It may be for you, but if none of your signs are in here, it's okay. It doesn't mean the reading's not for you. It just means energetically where it is. All right, let's see what Zodiac signs come up. We have Pisces. Pisces is here. We also have Virgo. Virgo is here. 2 more rolls. 2 more rolls. We have Pisces again. Pisces again. And we have Aries. Aries is here. 1 more roll. We have Aries again. And we have Sagittarius. Sagittarius up. A lot of fire and water. All right. All righty. Let's see what's going on here for the collective. Here we go. Collective. Current feelings for this week. 5 of Pentacles. Feeling some loss. Feeling a little rejected. But you're not on your own. There's somebody here with you. And if there's not somebody here with you physically, you got somebody on the other side who's with you. It's a loved one, okay? You're not alone. You're not alone. And I feel there's just some sadness here over loss, okay? This is also my card here of not feeling well. You might not feel well this week. What is the external influences of this? Oh, God, memories, grief. Now, I don't want to scare anybody to think that they're losing somebody this week. I feel there's a lot of memories that are coming up of grief, of missing somebody. You miss someone. These aren't bad memories. These are good memories. It's the times you were there for each other. It feels like home. It feels like family. Gosh. I think you miss this person because they were always there for you. I don't think this person's here anymore. I'm gonna call it. My mediumship's coming in. I really feel that there's somebody on the other side that this week you're just really heavily thinking about them. Maybe there's a holiday coming up. Maybe it's a birthday coming up. Maybe it's an event that's coming up. But this is someone here who's missing a family member or a loved one on the other side, period. And there are some insecurities about not being good enough or not being able to have somebody listen to them like this person did. There are some fears that this individual is going through. Can I do this on my own? I don't want to do this on my own. This could be a parent, grandparent, spouse for some of you. There's something that you're currently have in motion when it comes to manifestation. And I feel this week, you may feel like it's not possible. And there's something this week that comes up that may make you doubt. I'm not saying doubting God, but doubting in your ability to create. There's doubt here. We're going to pull another row. The Two of Cups. You're missing this individual, period. This person is not here. This is a person here that you could have the deepest conversations with. It didn't matter what time of day it was. This person listened. They were the best person here that you could sit on, have a cup of coffee with, and just talk about it. They were always there. Always there. And they may have not been there for a while, but there's something this week that's coming up, and it's like, I just wish they were here. I wish I could hear them talking to me or just saying, honey, I miss you. I love you. Like, there's something where you don't feel their energy, not nearly as much in the physical plane. It's one thing to feel, and we always know that our loved ones are with us and all around us, but there's something this week about just missing. It just is. And it may be because this person may have been the glue of the family, the glue of the neutral point, when people didn't get along. And there's something you're going through right now with some grief over an individual you're not getting along with. I don't know if this is a sibling. I don't know if this is a spouse. I don't know if this is a friend, but you're not getting along with somebody, and it's a no-win situation. Yet the person who's not here would be the one to be the glue, to be neutral for both sides. Yeah. The Ace of Swords here is the Ace of Wands here is something that you want to take back. It's something that you wish you never got involved with. You feel like you wish you never got involved or put into this spot with an individual or person, not the person who passed, but with somebody here you're arguing with, you're fighting with. It's like, why did I even get involved with it? If my mom or if my dad or if my grandmom, if they were here, I've never gotten involved with the situation. There's something about making a poor choice A poor choice. This is a person here you've never truly been able to get over. Death reverse is saying this death had left a really big mark, like all deaths do. But there's something here where I feel the leverage here was, oh my God, I don't think I'm good enough, or I can't carry this legacy. But I really feel like you have a loved one here, could be dealing with a Scorpio, that is saying to you, you do. You're stronger than me. Yeah. I do feel like it's a feminine energy, but if it's a male, it's someone here who's very nurturing in a very feminine way. It's someone here who would be very soft-spoken, who would give you a hug, right? But the 9 of Wands here reverse is, and I feel like you've had to put some really harsh boundaries, and it feels very lonely, and it feels like you've been rejected, and it feels like you're going through some hardship, whether it's loss, whether it's a relationship loss, whether it's financial loss, but you have created stronger boundaries than she or he could have ever have taken. What is their advice for you? Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Use your voice. You're honest. You have discernment now. You have power and authority. Choose to detach from the emotional side here and to be very logical. This logical approach here was that it was meant to crash. It was meant to burn, but it was also here to show you how to create better boundaries. Job well done. You were able to find your voice again through this. She's just there, or he's just there to remind you. Let's see what Auntie has to say with a collective bonus. Oh, I like this. She randomized this with this week's archetypal guidance here being the Hierophant reverse. So there's karmic cycles here of a commitment breaking. It says the collective is breaking from tradition. Systems that once offered safety may feel constricting. As Uranus shakes mental frameworks and Saturn retrogrades, we are collectively deconstructing false authorities internally and externally. Let your personal rituals evolve. Just because it's always been done a certain way doesn't mean it should continue. It's time to rewrite the contract. Make it sacred again your way. You are in charge now. This is your legacy. All right, guys, that's what I got here for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will be back here for some more Zodiac readings this week. Make sure you look out for, this is what it's going to show up as during the week for the collective tarot stories. They're going to be very similar to this approach. They may be mediumship. They may just be tarot stories. We don't know what we're going to get. It's a mixed bag here. We don't know what zodiac signs are to come across, but join me live during the week when I have these stories. They're usually about 20 to 30 minutes. All right. Hope to see you guys there. But if not, this is where we part ways. You guys have an incredible week, and I will see you sometime this week. Take care.